Pisces, let's get straight into your reading, and if you're confused about anything, then please read my description box and my pinned comment below, especially if you're new to tarot. If you're cross-watching for a Pisces, then just switch over the roles. This is general, so it's not going to resonate for absolutely everybody. Okay, what's coming in towards Pisces? Right, so we're going to pull all of your cards first, Pisces, and then I'll take you through it. Any of the zodiacs that I mentioned, please do keep an open mind, okay? They could be placements in your own chart, or it could be relevant to somebody that you're dealing with, all right? So you have Death, that's Scorpion energy. The Queen of Swords, Libra. Nine of Coins is Virgo. The Three of Coins is Capricorn, and Four of Cups is Cancerian. What else for Pisces? Okay, the Hermit is Virgo energy. Nine of Cups is Pisces. What else for Pisces? Thank you. The King of Swords, Aquarian. What else for Pisces? Okay, the Star is also Aquarian, and the Nine of Swords, Gemini. And then you have the Eight of Coins, which is Virgo energy, right? It's under there, the Sun, Leo, and the Hierophant, Taurus. Okay, basically you could be dealing with anybody here. Now, we're seeing someone is wanting to work on a situation with you, Pisces. The context of which is completely up to you, because it's your reading, it's not mine. This could be a business thing, it could be a romantic thing, or just a family thing, really. Like, literally the beginning of the month reads, again, keep an open mind, because it could be any, right? I'm getting like a renewal of something here, Pisces. Some of you could be renewing wedding vows, or you could just be renewing a contract or a promise. That there's definitely a renewal of something here between you and other individuals. It brings really happy results for everybody concerned, okay, with that Sun. You've got a message about work here as well, possibly with this Eight of Coins. If things at your workplace have been a bit tempestuous, should we say, more recently, it's looking like you're getting stability when it comes down to your career, okay, or your job. Definitely stability being brought in here, possibly a slight pay rise as well for some of you. Your hard work and your dedication has been noticed, and you're going to be rewarded accordingly. Okay, right, the card that's central to your read is the Four of Cups. Now, I'm feeling that this is quite possibly recent past energy. It doesn't feel like current energy for most of you. It really doesn't. It's a card of rejection. So it could be telling me, with this Three of Coins right next to it, it could be telling me, Pisces, that you have had to reject someone or something in order to get this Sun and this stability and this brand new beginning. You have had to say goodbye to something. Or if this hasn't happened yet, it could be very soon on the way. Okay, and we do have the Hermit as well, which is all about introspection. Trying to figure out what the best thing to do is in this situation. For some of you, I feel that you could have... You could be trying to do lots of different things at once, and you might be feeling exhausted through having like spread yourself out too thin. There's a lot of chaos here in this energy, but it's also showing that chaos is very temporary. Okay, really temporary, because very soon you will have a clearer understanding about the direction that you need to take, or the decision that you need to make as well. For some of you, this is a decision between two different types of career. And for others of you, like, clearly it's a decision between two people, as in a relationship. All right. So ultimately, what we see taking place is you thinking carefully about where your happiness is. You're getting wish fulfillment here as well, Pisces. 9 of Cups and the Star. Some of you could be very worried and concerned that you're not going to get your wish fulfillment, but we're seeing clearly in these cards, Pisces, the thing that you're wishing for is also wishing for you as well, or the person that you're wishing for is also wishing for you. Now, we have Death, Queen of Swords and 9 of Coins. So there's a sequence of events here that needs to play out first, okay, before you can get to your place of wish fulfillment. All right. And that sequence of events, again, I'm going to be speaking the obvious here for most of you. Something needs to come to an end. I mean, we know this. We all know this. However, the temptation might be for us to try and keep everything else the way that it currently is, and also have your wish fulfillment, as you know, as well as this is indicating that on this particular occasion you're not going to be able to keep everything. All right, something has to go. All right, it's not going to be easy, because that 8th house energy with the Death card, it is difficult. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but ultimately what we're seeing is the tail end of a difficult journey that you've been through, and you're finally going to be able to look towards a brand new future, you know, a future that you create in your own image. Okay, but this has to be traveled through first, and you can see in this deck as well, it's not just death. In this deck, it's a phoenix. So it's being reborn, right? And being reborn with a new set of rules that you have laid out as your image of how you would like others to start treating you. Okay, so it's you putting boundaries in place and keeping them as well, especially with that 9 of Coins. That's all about someone who is very strong, very independent, someone who doesn't need anyone else's validation. You know, it's a very it's someone who understands their own strength and isn't afraid to utilize their own strength as well. So what type of situation this is, honestly and truthfully, it's going to be 50-50. Like, because I do see both in equal measure in this read. For some of you, this is straight up a career, and for others of you, it's more personal. Tell me more about this Death, please. Pisces. It's possible that this situation involves a Scorpion, Libra, Virgo or an Aquarius that feels rejected by you, Pisces. Okay, and Death has been clarified with Justice. So yeah, ultimately that there are certain rules of the universe that nobody can escape from. Okay, Pisces, it's also possible that this read is about someone else that wanted you and someone else at the same time, and again, that's not going to be possible. Either way, someone within this read is basically wanting everything without any kind of sacrifice. But again, like literally something needs to be sacrificed in order for you to get your wish fulfillment. I just don't know what that is, because it's going to be different for all of you. Why this Queen of Swords, please? It could also be saying as well, Pisces, for you to surrender arguing with yourself, to surrender, putting yourself last all the time. 8 of Wands. Okay. It feels like someone's trying to create an argument with you here, Pisces. Okay. For whatever reason, they are, or they have taken something very personally. They've taken something as a personal attack. If you have had to turn someone down recently, they might have taken it personally. I mean, for all I know, I could be speaking to a manager, you know, someone who's got their own business as well, someone who is trying to take on more staff, and you've had to reject somebody because they didn't quite fit the criteria that you were looking for, and they've taken it personally. They could be taking it out on your private property as well. So you know, the read could be leaning towards that way for some of you as well. Why this 4 of Cups, please, Pisces? I will be honest with you, this energy feels like it's all over the place. It really does. The Empress, okay, Divine Feminine or Taurus or Libra, right. Some of you could be in this energy, and again, like the cards in tarot are not gender specific. You could still identify as being currently in divine feminine energy, you know, even though you identify as a masculine, right? It's not gender specific. It's just a polarization of the energies, but it's indicating for some of you, you're the ones that are feeling rejected. Why the Hermit, please, for Pisces? You could also as well be feeling rejected by, I want to say, your spirit guides or your intuition or something like that. The 2 of Swords reversed, Libra energy. Yeah, you could feel abandoned by, like you could feel spiritually abandoned at this point in time, feeling a bit directionless, more confused than is, I would say, more confused than what is appropriate. So it's a difficult one because it's very, very personal as well. I will tell you that every so often, we've all been there. You know, we've all felt abandoned spiritually. It is usually very, very temporary though. There's a lot of confusion here with that 2 of Swords reversed. Tell me more about that 2 of Swords. Thank you. Ace of Swords. Yeah, communication. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, it could be that there's miscommunication in like, we're speaking in the physical world. There's some kind of miscommunication here that's going on in the physical world. But then you're also dealing with this feelings of no communication from your spirit world as well. So you could be feeling like your intuition isn't as on point as what it could be. Just honestly feeling really out of sorts. And we're seeing the message here about be patient, okay? Don't make any decision right now. Just wait this out. Just wait it out. You've not been abandoned, although, like, I'm talking spiritually speaking now. You've not been abandoned. It just feels that way at the moment because you're being blocked. Somehow you're being blocked from receiving your intuitive messages. And it could be because of all this ruckus that's playing out in your physical world. It could well be due to that. Why this 9 of Swords for Pisces? Thank you. 4 of Wands, 3 of Wands, King of Cups. There's been a betrayal here, Pisces. It's like someone very, very close to you promised you the earth, and they promised that they were going to sort something out, but they never did. And it caused a lot of problems for you. Some of you might have put something on pause as well while waiting for them to make up their mind about what it is that they were doing. That definitely did block you off from your blessings for a long time. I'm seeing now that for the most of you, you're surrendering that. And that could well be that sacrifice that I've seen in your read. You could be surrendering that situation back up into the universe. And as soon as you do that, like as soon as you completely surrender that, you will find that things start moving again quite quickly, and that your intuition will start to shine through as strong as how it used to. It's a weird read. 8 of Swords, yeah, that's a mental prison. That is literally somebody who is being blocked from their blessings. You're surrendering this. Someone made a lot of promises to you and they never ever delivered. And they left you in this state of mind of you feeling like it was something that you did wrong in order for them to behave in that way. It was nothing against you, right? It was like their behavior should reflect upon them and who they are as a person. It shouldn't reflect onto you. But it definitely was internalized though as well. What else for Pisces, please? Okay. Illuminate the shadow, focus on a solution. Okay. Let's have a look. Right, so that's number 21. You could be seeing a lot of 2121 at this time. Right, it says simplify the solution. When we understand our shadow, we can fully appreciate the light. We must have both aspects within our spirit to have a meaningful life. Without darkness, how can one fully appreciate the beauty and simplicity of life in all of its forms? Once we remove fear and personal doubt, it makes room for love, confidence and motivation, reclaiming your personal power. Our shadow self highlights the need to place ourselves first. Yeah. When we're stuck within our shadow side, we're unable to see the light of day. We become clouded and foggy with confusion, often forgetting gratitude and compassion through our own selfish moments. Illuminating the shadow is to fully understand our personality and subsequently understand the shadow in others, enabling us to be more considerate of someone else's hardships and developing empathy with and compassion for other people. Right now, you're encouraged to illuminate the sections of your personality that are working against your situation. Accept that these challenging aspects are a part of you, embrace them, love them, and plan how to achieve a form of balance and make this part of your psyche ultimately work for you. Now is the time to focus on a resolution instead of just on the problem or challenge. How did you get here? Acknowledge your current circumstances and focus on how you can achieve a positive outcome. Now is the time to get your personality in line with conscious thought. Apply these balanced characteristics to areas in your life that could utilize these energies, such as leadership, communication, relationships, employment, and self-talk with your spirit. Once you grow your understanding of your unique personality, you can begin to realign your life to nurture and support your goals and personal interests. And the shadow aspect of this card is narrow-mindedness, ego-driven, and cynicism. The sacred crystal is golden sheen obsidian, so some golden sheen obsidian could be beneficial for you at this time. The angel assistance is Archangel Barachiel which pertains to problem solving and finding solutions. And the positive affirmation is, I effortlessly create peaceful solutions with my personality. So with this one, it's heavily insinuating on some shadow work is required. Okay, now we all have shadow within us, every single one of us. There is no point trying to deny its existence. It is there, right? The difference is how can we utilize those shadow aspects of ourselves to help us to reach our full potential, and basically to ignore our shadow sides would work against us, like in all the ways, right? It's a really complicated situation because it does pertain to shadow work, right? And there is so much so many misunderstandings about what shadow work actually is. So say, just as an example, say you're the type of individual that finds yourself consistently being taken advantage of by others. Your kindness being taken for weakness, right? But it happens all of the time. So then it's going to get to the point where we have to go, okay, right, how much of this is on them and how much of this am I allowing to happen to me? Right, that there's going to be that plateau point, that breaking point where you're like, right, I can't live like this anymore. This is getting ridiculous. Every single person that I come into contact with is taking advantage of me, and then just sodding off again as if nothing happened, and I'm left picking up the pieces, right? Your shadow side would then need to come in, which would be for you to start putting boundaries in place and for you to start standing up for yourself. It's growing teeth. And once you do that, you then send signals to others about the correct way to treat you. Yes, you're kind, loving, nurturing, giving, compassionate, but there has to be a certain point, right? It has to be a certain point, because otherwise, if there isn't a limit put to this kindness, then you will find that human nature, other people will take advantage. It's human nature. That would be your shadow side, okay? To grow teeth and stand up for yourself and say, this is not acceptable. I do not allow this treatment. Okay. The shadow side is basically the pieces of yourself that you had to ignore because society made out like it was a problem. So now you need to ask yourself, well, why would me standing up for myself be a problem for someone else? Exactly. Because there are certain individuals out there that do actually benefit from you not having any boundaries. Exactly. So that would be you embracing your shadow side. It's basically, if you just remember this one rule of the universe, balance. Everything has to be in balance. All right. And that's ultimately, in my opinion, what shadow work is really, really good for. It helps you to find that balance. What else for Pisces, please? Okay. Boldness. Don't take this lying down, get up and fight, but fairly. This fight will be remembered because of the respect and dignity that you bring to the battle. Yep, enjoy. Lighten up. Find that hidden inner child and have a play date. Laugh, be silly, dance and sing. It's time to have fun again. And then at the bottom of the deck, self-love. Self-love is not egotistical. Some of you might have been trained to believe that you taking care of yourself was you being selfish. Again, get in touch with your shadow side and realize that actually that the way that you were taught was completely wrong. You have to have self-love. It is not egotistical. That is the starting point of any personal boundaries that you build. Self-love. It shows you and others that you're worthwhile and deserve to have love in all its many forms. Yeah. Okay, so I'm about to pull out the swearing deck. If you're easily offended at swearing, then you do not have to listen. And if you have enjoyed my content, then maybe consider hitting the notifications bell. That way you'll be alerted every time I upload a brand new video. And also Pisces as well, please do support your own videos, because in the new year I need to reevaluate a couple of the zodiacs and I will not be reading for them anymore. Okay, it's the couple is Cancer, Aquarius and Pisces. All right, the messages are just not getting out there, so I think I really should stop making them, okay, if the videos remain unsupported, of course. Right, the empathic eel. One day she found her magic power and her life improved within the hour. Now the bad stuff can't get near her and slides right off her slippery exterior. There's a wee eel saying empowered. You've recognized what you need to feel healthy in mind and body. Don't let these good habits slip or feel guilty for putting yourself first. Yeah. In fact, maybe share your wisdom and raise others up too. Yeah. That's literally your entire read in one card right there. Okay, so the emphasis throughout this month, Pisces, it needs to be on you. All right, it has to be on you. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Pisces. If you would like to book a private reading with me, then the link to do so can be found in my description box and in my pinned comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.